through the comparison and reflection of current historic events. The patterns which we recognize throughout history allow us to better understand the issues of today and why we approach certain situations the way that we do. Today we'll be discussing the potential replacement of Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. On the bill currently is the face of Andrew Jackson, the 7th President of the United States. The calling for the change of the bill was originally announced in 2016 by the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama. However, the issuing of the bill was delayed during Donald Trump's presidency. At this time, Biden's administration is speeding their efforts to feature a new face on the $20 bill, that face being Harriet Tubman. The calling was made because the people believe that it is important that our nation's currency reflects the history and diversity of our country. And to understand the significance of the switch, you must know the impact Harriet Tubman had within U.S. history. With that said, who was Harriet Tubman? And out of everyone that could have been selected to be the new face of the $20 bill, why her? Before the American Civil War, Harriet Tubman was one of the nation's leading abolitionists. Enslaved at the young age of 13, where she was forced to work in fields harvesting flax, around the age of 27, she had successfully escaped slavery in the South using the Underground Railroad. Rather than maintaining her new profound life as a quote-unquote free woman, she returned to Maryland upon several accounts to rescue and free other enslaved people, utilizing the same Underground Railroad. The movement was organized by black and white abolitionists. Each account that she had returned to Maryland, she risked the chances of being caught. With that said, she could have faced brutal punishments and even sold back into slavery due to the current fugitive slave laws at that time. In addition to that, she participated during the Civil War working for the Union Army as a scout, spy, nurse, and more. According to the Nation Women's History Museum, that would have made her one of the first black women to serve in the military. At this time, it is important to note the significance the Civil War had upon the abolition of slavery and the Reconstruction era, which followed the war. During the Reconstruction era, the Constitution had passed the following significant amendments: the 13th, 14th, and 15th. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery as an institution in all the U.S. states and territories. The 14th Amendment granted citizenship and equal civil rights to African Americans and enslaved people who had been emancipated after the Civil War. At this time, the 15th Amendment granted voting rights to all male citizens, regardless of their race, which infuriated women and was opposed by feminists, since the amendment had stopped the extension of suffrage to women. After the war, Tubman, along with other women rights activists, such as Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony, fought to campaign for women's suffrage. The calling to remove Jackson off the $20 bill has been going on for some time. Jackson's legacy supported the institution of slavery, for he himself had owned enslaved people, 95 to be more accurate, before his presidency. And during his term, he had brought 14 of them to the White House. With that said, historical accounts allow us to better understand current issues and events, what prompts and or provokes people to push for certain issues, and more. In the case of replacing Andrew Jackson by Harriet Tubman, through analyzing her historical background, the people believe that Harriet Tubman better represents the values of our country, while Andrew Jackson's legacy supports the institution of slavery, where we as a country do not. Hence the 13th Amendment.